This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/AwesomeCast. Time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social medias in the Sorgatron Media Studio in Pittsburgh, PA. And I think I've cleaned all the Russian bots out of my blog today at sorgatron.com. Not that I write anything there. So not me, guys. But holy crap, is that again slam. Guys, update your WordPress. This is why I don't use WordPress anymore, too. But we got a heck of a show with us. First of all, Katie Dutters is here.
Hi. And then everybody but me.
Oh, I screwed it all up. This is why I need a producer. Katie, how you doing?
I am good. Hey, listen, I got something fun. I don't know if I'm drinking a thing.
Okay.
I have figured out, so I don't know if everybody else is like this, but the only thing I can grow this year has been basil. Basil. Okay. And you can only have so much basil. Made a strawberry basil simple syrup, added to some water. Delightful. Like Panera's the influence on this. They had an ad for it, and so now I have all of this simple syrup to make strawberry basil water. It's really good.
So were you watching and it was just like, you should try basil, and you're like, basil? That's all I have.
Pretty much. It was like they were shaking the cup, and I was like, what is that? And it was like strawberry basil, and I'm like, I only need to buy one of those ingredients at Costco.
There you go. Love it. And then also, hold on, still juggling things here. Is the one person back? Is Potter back?
I'm here.
Potter is here
I
on the
here.
iPhoneography podcast.
We are juggling things. Yes.
No problem.
And falling and dropping lots of things. Yes.
Not a problem. No. Dave Potter of the iPhoneography podcast, and I know I've been using some of your tippy stuff over the last week. some of your app tips. Maybe we'll get into it here later in the if you're in the AwesomeCast group, you saw a little bit of the Project Indigo. The problem is I couldn't remember what the app was called, but we'll get into that. So
they need a better name. True.
Even just search Adobe could have come up, but I know it's a preview and whatever. So and then also with him, you saw him for a moment there, back with us, your Uncle Crappy, Mike Pound. The former ink-stained wretch in a past life. But I understand, Mike, you have a new job.
It's more like reforming, and it's happening slowly. We generally refer to ourselves as reformed journalists. I do have a new job as of about a year ago. I am a writer and editor in the advancement department for Carnegie Mellon University. It's been fantastic. I really enjoy the work. It's it can be journalistic-y. There's enough of that it still feels familiar. But I'm learning. I'm honing my marketing skills as well. So it's been a true pleasure to kind of get into this gig for the last year.
Tremendous.
And Katie, Chin Basil Smash. Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Basically, it's there's a little simple syrup, so it's a tiny bit sweet. Muddle the basil leaves in the bottom of the glass. Then you make the cocktail. If you want a little extra heat, a slice or two of fresh jalapeno. But it's fantastic. And the strawberry basil thing is also delicious. Although I haven't done a cocktail with that at home yet, but gonna need to try that.
Mike, I don't know. Can you double check if you have some kind of reverb on your mic or something? You sound very, very not roomy, but it's a digital thing that's happening, whatever it is.
I don't know. This is my first bit of podcasting since last college football season ended. Yes. When I do the Carla and Crappy show through the whole season. So there may be something different.
So we had an off-season dust off. I'm sorry. We had to pull you out of the summer break.
It's time. I mean, the college football season starts at the end of the month. So
good. They were your warm up. I like this.
I need to get back into this stuff.
Oh, good. I'm glad we could be a part of that. So
I am as well.
Thank you so much.
Sorg, before we go on, Mike, do you work with the theater geeks or the nerds more at CMU? Because the university is kind of like you either get theater geeks or you get the nerds.
Mm-hmm. We work with both. Which is pretty cool. I manage our editorial calendar. It's a lot of alumni features. So it is a lot of nerds. That is for sure. It is also theater people. It is nerds who have become theater people. And occasionally it goes back the other way. But it's been fun to get accustomed to the breadth of the Carnegie Mellon's alumni, and as I said, it's been a fantastic experience so far.
Excellent. Well, we had a little bit of a rejuggling of the show here, so bear with us a little bit for us kind of off-kilterness. So we're going to go back to what we know, and we're going to get into our awesome things of the week. And you know what? We're just going to start with the main event here, okay? So we don't forget about it, so we don't miss out on it. Katie, it is a new month, and that means Cat Wars.
Cat Wars.
Cat Wars.
Crappy.
Yes.
To Cat Wars.
I figure that's the best way to bring Crappy back into this.
Cat Wars.
I think of nothing better.
So Katie, what are we doing? What are we doing for the audio person here, or the new people?
Hello, new people. Essentially, every new month, we get a new page in the Cat Wars calendar.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are looking, this is a lovely mashup of cats and Star Wars. I don't know. They tried.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see. I'm going to go right into January. So where we were, so January is Seek High Ground for a Path to the Light.
And of course, the ongoing joke here is like, is this AI or bad Photoshop? Maybe both. We are not sure.
We still bought it. That's the best part.
Yep.
I got 2 of these calendars this year, by the way.
Yes, several of us bought this for you.
Trained for this, I have Fuzzball. March is My Powers of Persuasion are Catastrophic. I love the challenge of flipping calendar pages backwards. April. Yeah, April. Let Go of the Dark and Hold On to Hope. Help me. May was Difficult to See the Dark Side. Can be. I'm assuming the dogs are the dark side. June is Fear Not As You Look Within. No kidding. July was Your Catnap Will Be Your Undoing. And then August, what's going to bring us into August? But Ability to Squeak Does Not Make You Intelligent, with a cat.
What is it?
With a lightsaber and laser eyes looking at a mouse with a lightsaber. There's a lot of confusion because like green saber, Jedi, laser eyes, mouse, Sith.
What is it even hanging off of?
I don't know.
Well, and I think the other part is the markings and the eyes and the ears really disorientate you on seeing exactly where the cat is.
I agree. Here. It took a second because the cat's kind of turned around as cats do, and I really like the mouse's little tiny lightsaber.
Yeah, tiny lightsaber. And a lot of these are Shutterfly. What is it? Is this one a Shutterfly?
Oh, that's right. They're labeled.
Yep. Getty Images. This one's from Getty and Shutterstock. Sorry. So probably what you could find on the internet.
So I like that. Like,
yes.
So like we proved that it's Photoshop. But but it kind of.
Sure?
But well, I don't know. Maybe it's like AI. How do I use photos and sell a calendar that's going to sell? And we're going to buy 2 copies for Katie and put it on the podcast here. And we're still talking about it in August. So there you go. Awesome. So that's Cat Wars. Maybe there'll be a 2026 version very soon at your local
mall kiosk,
Cracker Barrel or mall kiosk, because I think you got one from each.
Yep.
So I stopped. I had made my purchases after dinner, and then made purchases, and then found the cat calendar, and had to go back and buy the cat calendar. So that shows how well that got me. So, is that your sole awesome thing of the week this week?
Well, no, I added something down in our discussions because we did not mention. I did not put in there the biggest, most awesomest thing. It's down the notes for later. Unless you want to talk about it now.
We'll get to that later. That's a teaser right there. That's a teaser. Something that excites both me and Katie. That doesn't really nail it down, actually. So,
no.
Either way, well, okay, semi-related. Let me talk about that. Where this guy came from. Look at this guy. Look at the little Michelangelo there. He guided me home. I put him in. I got a little like kind of cubby hole behind the CarPlay in the new truck, and this guy fit mostly perfectly. So he just kind of kept an eye on the car while we were in SummerSlam. So I went to MetLife Stadium, New Jersey, East Rutherford, New Jersey for SummerSlam, and it's the first 2-night one. I've been the last two in Cleveland and Detroit, respectively. And kind of love going to the WrestleMania shows. That's kind of my big kind of escape. Is like, okay, if I'm not working that weekend, like we're doing a WrestleMania, we're going to do SummerSlam. Like, plus it kind of helps. They've been in kind of the Midwest, Northeast here the last few years when it comes to SummerSlam. So I think they're going to Minnesota this next year. So that might be a little 13 hours from Pittsburgh, by the way. I don't know. We'll see what next summer holds. So in the meantime, I made a return. In October of 2023, I had an MMA show at a hotel across from this whole facility, and I'm like, what's an American Dream? American Dream is like the East Coast version of Mall of America. Actually, isn't the Mall of America in Minnesota? Right?
It is.
Okay, I'm wondering if it's probably the same town. They're probably going to do the exact same thing that they did this year. So it is like a Mall of America thing. There's roller coasters, everything. WWE actually did a takeover. There's an ice rink in there that they took over, and that's where all the autographs and the photos were being held. They had a store in there that I just couldn't get in there. Our friend Mad Mike from the Wrestling Mayhem show said it took them about 45 minutes to get into the store that they had in the mall for them of just WWE stuff. It was only open 3 days, and until about maybe like 7 o'clock each day because there's a show. So it was really cool, and plus they played Hulk Hogan's music like once every half hour. And not only did they play it, they had like soft music, whatever they were playing, in the hallways of the mall, and then they would turn it up for the Hulk Hogan music. So that was pretty wild. I wish there was some variety. But either way, one of the big reasons I wanted to go back, that was an extra bonus, like this gives me a reason to go back and try this, is there was a Nickelodeon Universe. We talked a bit about it when I went a year and a half ago. And, of course, Ninja Turtles are Nickelodeon, so kind of a big fan. And there's a Shellraiser roller coaster. So I'm like, you know what? They're going back. If they do this, I'm going to go, and it was broken down when I was there before in 2023. Went and looked up stuff for details the day before. We're already sitting there in New Jersey at our hotel, and I realized, this thing has been closed since January of 2004. The Ninja Turtle Shellraiser roller coaster is the Kennywood steel curtain of the American Dream Mall, apparently. So I still did not get to ride my Ninja Turtles roller coaster. But we made up for it. We had a day out, and the reason I want to try it, one of the reasons, like it's actually a pretty cool coaster because it's supposed to be the tallest vertical in a roller coaster, in an indoor roller coaster. In America, the world, I don't know what the case is. And it goes straight up, and you can see, like, there's a view of the New York City or something there. And then it actually, like, it's an inverted, inside drop. I think Steel Curtain may do something very similar where it kind of like drops and then goes like, beyond 90 degrees and before sending you. But they had the Shredder coaster, which spins. It's kind of like, think of the Exterminator a little bit, kind of situation. But I did ride, Katie, you would have loved this one. The SpongeBob roller coaster was the problem. It looked interesting. It's let me get the picture real quick here. Oh, speaking of which, since I just mentioned SpongeBob, I did get to meet SpongeBob and Patrick. So, just hanging out with Rollity, So
you just kind of casually mentioned that.
By the way, I met SpongeBob. What's up?
SpongeBob.
What's up? And Hold on, I got another one here too. Yeah, you see. I mean, I got to ride Reptars. With Missy really wanted to ride your Reptars. Yeah, they had a Reptar carousel. So everything is Nickelodeon themed. They have some pretty good Avatar stuff there. But this is the one. This is the one that really kicked my ass. This is the one where I wish Katie's with me with the don't throw up medicine.
Yay!
It's Sandy's Blast and Bronco, and this thing, I think I got some video here. Yeah, check this thing out. It's a magnetic launch, and it's going to send you through this loop-de-loop, and it's just kind of like, it's like the laser loop on crack, okay? They send you through a few loopy twisty things, but then it turns the entire table around and sends you backwards a second time. That was the roughest steel coaster I rode. It vibrates so much, Katie. I couldn't get over how much it vibrated. I'm glad I warmed up, because the shredder ride is like, oh, it's kind of nice, it's kind of mellow, and then like you got on this thing and you're like, it was like it's a Wii, and this one's like a kind of thing. So but here's a shot. I think it's going to roll through here of the shredder. It's stepping through it. I don't know why it's not playing full. But yeah, and you see all the green. So basically, all the purple is shredder, and then all the green is the Ninja Turtle ride that doesn't run. And that kind of sucked. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's kind of nice. You can pop in there and kind of like buy some points and stuff, because we only rode like 3 rides. That's all we just want to spend a little bit of time there, and then of course spent way too much time on a claw machine. So Missy was pretty addicted to it. And then I got her a Reptar for her side. So Nickelodeon Universe, and again, this is the place where we talked about. It came up the Mayhem show a couple weeks ago. There's an indoor ski slope in there. There's a water park, a DreamWorks themed water park. There's a 2-story Toys R Us that we were having fun with. Katie, I think we sent a couple pictures from there. There's an Angry Birds mini golf that looked like it was a lot of fun. A bunch of it's a lot of like, I remember having conversations with Chris Whitlatch like years ago about like experiences are going to be the thing that take over malls, and this was it. Like there's like VR, there was a bubble place, there was a climbing place, and then then down the road is like lids, So it was kind of the perfect place to like drop a bunch of wrestling fans, because then we're not outside in the weather and the heat or whatever the case may be. Not that it was like terribly warm, thankfully, this weekend for being an outside show in the middle of summer lately. But that was it. Nickelodeon Universe. I think there's also one in Mall of America, which completely makes sense, because I think it's all kind of the same thing. So check that out if you're in the Northeast, if you're in the New York City area. And it's like relatively on the way. It was pretty cool. Oh, and we did the eye thing. We did the big Ferris wheel, the super Ferris wheel thing, and got the view of the city from where we were at. Did not go to New York. Just was not up for it this time. So that's my awesome thing of the week. Potter, what do you got?
Sure. Actually, I have something. Right before the show, I ran downstairs to get something because I also have a calendar, not as cool as Katie's. Okay. Cat Wars, nothing can top it, of course. But Ruth, my wife, follows a dog on Facebook, Instagram, and it's the dog's name is Pumpkin, and it goes by Pumpkin on Wheels. It's a little Westie. Its back legs don't work, but it has a little wheelchair that they put on, and the dog goes everywhere. Dog goes on the beach. Dog goes for a hike in the woods. Dog goes everywhere. So they have a calendar to support charities. And let me try to zoom in here. So there's Pumpkin with her little decorated wheelchair there. And a few of the other dogs they wanted to show who are also special abled, including Pumpkin there. Yeah, she has a car.
Is that a Barbie car?
It is a Barbie car, yes.
Jeez, I love it.
Yeah. And you can see like the different dogs and they're different. And there's Pumpkin on the beach right there. So I figured you got to have something. We have to be positive, and That's cute and positive.
Oh, positive.
See what you did there.
I see where you're going. I have something to that. I'm trying to remember where it was sent. Oh, it was sent over here. We on our way back, since we're on the animal side of things, there was a Missy was excited because she saw a semi truck with a QR code that said, "Follow the adventures." What does it say? Follow the adventures of Casper and Wendy. And you click on it, and you guys can go hop on this on Instagram. It's an Instagram that's literally Adventures of Casper and Wendy over there, right? And it's traveling with the dog. The dog apparently travels on the on the semi truck, and they throw it on the Instagram. So there you go. So yeah, go check that out. Follow the adventures of Casper and Wendy. They did 4th of July. I think they're into cars because there's a lot of like the dog hanging out with fancy old timey cars and stuff like that. And so if you ever see the Passport Transport and see the QR code on the side of it, so with their truck. So I think that's cool. They're having fun with that, and he's got his little companion out there on the truck. Oh yeah, there he is. There's the dog hanging out the truck too. So not an awesome thing. So, but just a while I'm thinking of it. Potter, do you have a?
I do have an awesome thing though. And this past week at work, we had a Bring Your Kids to Work Day.
Yes, I got to be at last year's, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. And this year, we did again. One of the things, the thing I was in charge of was paper airplane competition.
Mm-hmm.
Now, last year it went good, but I wanted to find, a way that we could have, let's say, the instructions spread out. Mm-hmm. And so I found, and this is a really great. Now, I tore it apart, so I could
because that's what you do with these books.
Well, exactly. Not only that, we had like 5 or 6 different stations.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I wanted to say, okay, this plane here, this plane here, this plane here, this plane here. So this is the Klutz Big Book of Paper Airplanes. And it has, let me see here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 or 13 different types of airplanes. I don't know how well that can be seen there. Probably not real well. And it has step-by-step instructions on how to build it and information on how to fly it.
I got a great video here from Amazon showing some of the insides there for you.
And it comes with a stack of colored papers in the back.
Nice.
So I think it's like 70 papers. The kids loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It even gives you hints on how to fly the papers better. Mm-hmm. How does it work? So you do have the educational part kind of snuck in there too, along with the fun. But, it says 10 easy to fold airplanes. There are 40 sheets of paper. So, if you have a group of kids coming over or something like it's fun to do. And like I say, it also gives you information on here, like flying stunt planes, flying gliders. So if you have the different types of planes, it tells you how to fly those and indoor flight versus outdoor flight and how to get loops. Mm-hmm. So it's more than just here's how you build the planes. It's here's how to build the planes and here's how you can best fly them.
I feel like
honestly for $10.
Yeah.
That on Amazon, that was amazing.
I feel like you should have a little bit of the aero design kids involved in that because I know we had the Grove City Baja kids involved in the jet toy STEM AWIM stuff when we were there last year. And by the way, I think I saw. Am I not mistaken? I think I saw pictures of the CMU Formula car was on the Touch-A-Car or something, right?
I didn't make it out, unfortunately. I had to finish my normal job before I could go downstairs, so I didn't get a chance to walk around like I did last year.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that my first real aerospace engineering class, aerospace engineering down WVU is part of mechanical and aerospace, so it's MAE.
I don't think we said out loud that Potter works with SAE International, who also contracts me for video, for CDS programs and things like that. So, I just for anybody new popped in.
No, and thanks for that, Sorg. And my very first aerospace engineering course, the big project was build a glider, and it had to go. I forget, it was like 70 feet down and maintain at least a 10-foot height. And admittedly, a little more complicated than paper airplanes, but same principles, same idea. Admittedly, to get kind of the propeller, to get wing, we actually went to an airport and took measurements on prop planes that were out there. Mm-hmm. But as we call it, Morgantown International Airport. And if anyone knows Morgantown, West Virginia, you understand the joke of that. Mm-hmm. But, this is kind of the first step. You build stuff, you test it, you improve on it, and then you retest it, and then you get to your competition. Yeah. So it was a major success. I mean, like I said, kids were absolutely loving it.
Getting them all ready for that aero design. So I actually just finished the last highlights for the aero design last week, and I couldn't believe, because it was more always the second one's more successful when you get to the advanced class. And this year in the advanced class, there's a whole thing where the plane would take off, because there's always we've seen before, they would drop things onto a target maybe, and it had to be automated to some or remotely controlled or something like that. But it's literally, the thing goes into an automation mode, goes into a vertical lift mode, and drops down on the thing and comes back up, presumably autonomously. And so many more of them did it this time. So I'm going through all the live feed footage looking for all the shots. And it's really incredible to see it happen over and over again, and know this is automated stuff, so and see that it's successtul, and the students are doing this and they're putting this together, in some ways, it seems a little more it's one thing, I feel I don't know if we're just too used to seeing cars being automated now, that the auto drive challenge is less impressive. But to see these guys kind of execute this, pick something up, drop it off, and then zoom off and then go land, it's pretty cool. So, and again, I don't know at what extent it's automated versus takeover too. So, but that's very, very cool. So awesome stuff happening there. Crappy, I don't know if we prepared you for an awesome thing. I mean, we did talk about your awesome new job, I guess, a little bit.
That counts as an awesome thing, but I did have a thing that that immediately came to mind. First, David, I think the brand on the paper airplane book was Klutz. I think Klutz, I saw that. Yep. I don't know if you guys remember this, but they used to have, and perhaps they still do, a whole line of kind of teach yourself. It's like circusy stuff, like how to juggle.
Yeah, how to juggle.
And I had bean bags.
Yep, I had a how to teach yourself harmonica.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, I am not nuts. That's
No, you're not nuts about Klutz.
Good.
Damn it.
Just I'm as a brand new marketing person, I'm impressed that you just whipped that out right there. And if there aren't Klutz T-shirts with that slogan on them.
There is a whole Klutz store, by the way, on Amazon. So
nice.
I guess you can really kind of dive in and find those stuff. What are the best sellers? Maybe that's some of the stuff that you were talking about. Oh, you got Lego gadgets. You got so they're like these specialized books you'll see. Like there's Legos, but it includes Legos, in the book.
Nice.
Normally the Klutz stuff is like this, where the book is enough to do something.
Katie, how about make 30 paper starfighters from Star Wars?
Yes,
we're having an arts and crafts night. Anyways, sorry, back to you, Crappy.
I don't want to dig too far into Chachi's territory, but my awesome thing of the week has been a thing that has been occupying my time recently, and that has to do with college football. And as I mentioned, the season is coming soon, so this is where my brain sort of switches to about this time of year. College football fans, gaming fans, a couple years ago got really wound up because EA brought back its college football title. Mm-hmm. Just college football in the year. As I have mentioned on this show before, Mrs. Crappy correctly is skeptical about us owning a full-scale gaming console because she worries that we may never speak to each other again, which would be my problem. And she may not be wrong about this. So I get by. I scratch that itch with playing games on my phone primarily. Mm-hmm. I got a Switch during COVID, and that's been a fun thing too. But I spent a lot of time with the phone. While the world is playing EA College Football 26, as you just put up on the screen. I am playing something that it's almost as entertaining, I think. It is called Retro Bowl.
Yes,
and I just became aware within the last month or so of a college football edition, and it's surprisingly thorough. They have all of the teams from the top division of college football. They have all of the teams from the next lower division of college football. So you can pick from like 250 teams. It has the current playoff format. The names have all been tinkered with and stuff, but it's not quite an 8-bit experience, but there you can take a look. I am a graduate of Ohio University. I am currently coaching my Ohio University Bobcats towards their 11th national title in a row, which in real world does not happen. But just as a way of kind of getting wound up for college football season, which frankly I don't need the help, but this is a fun way to do it. I have been playing this game whenever I have a spare few moments. So I would recommend. Certainly, it's not going to replace an EA Sports title, but the gameplay is fun. There's enough kind of tastes of sort of off the field management sort of things, hiring coaches, dealing with players' grades and stuff like that. So you get taste of that stuff as well. But it's a blast, and to win as many national championships as you can for a decade has been a great experience.
I'm not a deep football game player, but I've definitely played it. I think it might have been on like Apple Arcade or something, the original edition. It's on everything. Yes. And again, I pulled up, like, apparently you can play it in a browser. I found it at retrobowlgame.io. And it seems to be the game, although I don't know why I think I'm having a click issue over here on the Mac OS, but and even the college edition seems to be in like not a flash player, but whatever that is these days, kind of situation. So
there is an Apple Arcade version and that's NFL. So those are the pro football teams. There's a straightforward NFL version on that I have played as well. And that has been helpful in my dreams of getting the Cleveland Browns to win a Super Bowl. In my world, they've won several, but unfortunately, that is only my world.
Oh, that's a good one. And again, it's Retro Bowl because it's like that Tecmo Bowl Nintendo kind of vibe to it. So no, that's one that popped up me that I've been interested in. But again, so I'm kind of like, let's throw a game on, see what it is, and then realize like, I don't know. But that's why I play NFL Blitz. So
yes.
So go check that out.
Also fun.
It's on every platform. I was pulling up Pages. It's over on Android as well. I think if you're not on Android, Apple Arcade, I think it is at maybe a couple bucks or something like that. But it seems to be just kind of everywhere. So go check that out. Yes, it's in-app purchases. So probably has a first free and unlock teams kind of thing or something. So awesome. Speaking of which, well, let's go ahead and transition that into the Chachi Says Video Game Minute.
Hey kids, welcome back to the Chachi Says Video Game Minute. Here's as much video game news that I can cover in under a minute. It turns out that even owning copies of banned games can get you jail time in some countries. A controversial video game Manhunt released in 2003 in which an executed murderer wakes to find that he is now the star of snuff films was banned in Germany, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, and can get you up to 2 years of jail time and a $60,000 fine in New Zealand. It's not just banned, it's a criminal possession. Note to self, I'm not moving there. A 16-year-old created Grow a Garden, a game inside of Roblox, in just a few days, and it is breaking records. The game is exactly what it says it is. You grow a garden. You acquire seeds from a world market and cultivate your own garden. It currently holds the record of 21.6 million players at one time. This record was previously held by Fortnite at 15.6 million players. Sometimes people just want to chill and water some plants. Thanks for watching this week's Chachi Says Video Game Minute. We'll see you next time.
Man, Manhunt comes up in like 2 times in a month. It's kind of weird. We're talking with Riz about it on a Mayhem show a couple weeks ago, and some of us are still honestly scarred by that game. But a very cool story about that Roblox as well. So, hey, thanks to everybody that does support the show over on patreon.com/awesomecast. And I lost my notes to see where all those fine names are, but I know them off the top of my head because you guys have been there forever, and I appreciate you. Brian Crawford, Cynthia Klosky, John Nagore, and Dave Podner. It's on the call right now. You guys supporting the show, helping keep the servers running. Just had the stuff go through today and went directly to the bills to keep the show going. So thanks a lot for everybody that does support that show. We do have the Patreon feed if you want to see what happens. What are we talking about when Chachi's talking about video games, for instance, or before or after, and we actually have the stream going all night through the Wrestling Mayhem show. So you can just kind of sit it down, put it on, and just, put it on TikTok too. I don't know what else you would do while you're watching us. So, but either way, while you're playing video games on Tuesday nights, there you go. It'll probably be good background noise for you while you're playing some Rocket League or something. Am I the only one still playing Rocket League? Maybe. Anyways, Katie, it's time for that thing we teased before I forget about it.
Yes. Okay. So, McDonald's toys. We've been obsessed with the little tiny McDonald's toys, since this last came out.
Yes.
But something that keeps happening is all the really, really cool toys are not in the US. Like, they seem to be everywhere but the US, and it makes us very sad. But not for long. August 12th, we are getting our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Hello Kitty Happy Meal toys. And they are incredible. And if you scroll down, you can see all of them. Hello Kitty and Leonardo, Cinnamon Roll and Michelangelo, My Melody Donatello, Hello Kitty Raphael. They're green versions. There are white versions. There are it's incredible. I'm very excited. I am going to need all of these.
There are 12 of them. And I think I'm ready to eat a lot of chicken nuggets. Listen, there are crossovers all the time. I know, Katie, I send Katie all the time. Like, hey, did you see there's Transformers, Masters of the Universe. There's a Godzilla, Ninja Turtles. There's the He-Man WWE ones, right? And some of them are just strange. Some of them work out pretty good. Some of them are just absolutely strange. Like, we tried a little too hard. Like, why did we just made Shredder green and moved on, right? Or whatever, right? These are wonderful. So, did we send you the Care Bear that would look like, or the Hello Kitty wearing a Care Bear that I asked Katie why, or asked Missy why it looked like the Hello Kitty skinned the Care Bear and wore it?
It's been a lot of Hello Kitty Care Bear crossover, and I'm not as big of a fan of the Care Bears as I am Hello Kitty.
Exactly. And I grew up on Care Bears. My mom's owns every one of the original Care Bear stuffies, right? I'm pretty sure, and maybe even a couple of the cousins, the ones that are not bears. But no, I'm very excited because this is popping up, and I think we shared it with each other before, but it was in Italy. So it was just wow, damn it, that doesn't help us, So, but no, they look very, very cool. That I don't know what a Kuromi is, but I've seen it, and it crossed over with a Raphael, just looks badass. So this is great. So that's coming. It is starting next week, the 11th, isn't it? Or 12th? The 12th? Okay. So
next Tuesday.
So start hitting your next Tuesday. Start hitting your daily Happy Meal allotment. It's going to be a lot of chicken nuggies and apple slices for me. And just make a thing of it. Go get your Happy Meal toys. So that is exactly the kind of thing that, if Kelly and I, if Mrs. Crappy and I were having getting stuff from McDonald's, and we saw this, oh my God, Katie, Dutters, I hope to God she knows about this, because it is absolutely perfect for her. I'm sure, Katie, are you at that point where every time there's a Hello Kitty thing, you get all the photos, all the links from everybody?
Oh yeah.
Have you every time?
I don't ever get tired of it.
Yeah. So even if it's the same stuff, it's you're getting all the Godzilla, you're getting all the Hello Kitty. Katie's the easiest one to shop for, especially since this stuff's everywhere. Hello Kitty is just everywhere. So So look out for that. Your Ninja Turtles Hello Kitty. I'm still catching up on the 2012 Ninja Turtles. I was watching some before the show, and I got to the episode. I didn't know this existed until literally like 3 days ago. Because it's the CG Nickelodeon one, right? And there's a point where they meet the 1980s 2D Turtles.
Ooh.
And they keep going back and forth between the CG and the 2D one. It's wild. So just putting that out there. It's like I think about 10 or 11 episodes into season 3 of this thing. David Tennant is Fugitoid. Gilbert Gottfried is Krang. It goes as awesome as you think it's gonna go. It's pretty crazy. But go check it out. It's got some other great voice actors in there too. So okay, all right, moving. Michael Dorn is like the Triceraton general or whatever. So anyways, okay. What else we got here? Potter, I think you got the rest of the lineup here.
Yeah, I have the next two. So the first one is really good if you're have a Mac Mini. And this works with others, but it works best with the Mac Mini.
Okay.
And you're fans of the old Macs.
Yes. And there's another question.
And if you need a dock.
And if you need USBs. What the hell?
It's just too perfect, to be honest. It's basically, it fits right on top of a Mac Mini. On the back is where it hooks USB-C to USB-C.
For the audio listeners, so this is a Mac Mini looking dock that sits on top of your. I'm sorry, this is a Macintosh, OG Macintosh dock that fits on top of the Mac Mini to just make it look like it's the old Macintosh.
Yeah, right. I mean, right out of it. So, and that is a screen up there. I don't know how much you can do with the screen, because it's not the highest resolution. But that isn't just a sticker on front. There's a little screen up there. So they said it's really good for you want to watch a YouTube video while you're doing something like a second screen.
So wait, how does the screen operate? Is it a second?
But you can see it right there. It actually runs. If you want to, it is a screen.
It's pulling a second screen off of the Mac Mini.
Through the USB-C.
Wow.
Now, like they said, not necessarily the most practical given the size and resolution.
But still, and this is the one they're showing works with the new Mac Minis, which are a different form factor. Yeah, he's watching a video on there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like it's obviously
so you can use it as it's like 7 inches, so you can use it as a second screen.
Okay,
it has a 5-inch screen. So, but still, nice little 5-inch screen. 720p. So it's not bad. You get USA. You get 4 USB-A, 2 Cs, a card reader, audio head, HDMI. So they do have a 10 gigabyte and an 80 gig, and they have a larger and short and smaller one. So now these aren't dirt cheap, obviously, because it actually does something. It is Kickstarter, so you got to take that grain of salt, will whatever ship. The low end one retail of $169, currently $99, and the more expensive one, the early birds, of $199, and eventual retail of $389.
Okay.
So, but if you can get it for $99 for a nice hub with a little second display, not the worst thing in the world.
No, that's pretty great. It's I see it as we talked about Rundown here, and I could see it just being a little like clock on it from Rundown to like if I'm timing something, like if I was using a Mac Mini for like a show like this or something, and just to throw a little something over there, so in a browser or something. So. But that's very cool. So, and that was a 9to5 Mac we were showing the video from as well. So,
yeah.
And he said, is this only for the M4 Mac Mini?
No, you can actually use it for anything. Not even the Mac Mini, as long as it's a Mac that you can do a USB-C to USB-C.
But it seemed to wrap around the to get
the wrap around.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So it's made the form factor that, but you could
really
use it. It's some. Yep. Okay. We got a cat run through. Cat. We need a sounder for the cat run throughs actually. So, but
let's say you wanted to use that for a MacBook Air. You can place that on top of your MacBook Air or place it next to it.
Yeah.
So you would still have that little second screen. It wouldn't be as nice because it doesn't cover it, but it would still, give you that second screen. It still gives you a hub. So it still works that way.
Excellent.
That's fantastic. I'm having flashbacks to college because I used to write term papers on those things. But it looks, if you're listening to this, it looks fantastic. It is very, very close to looking like the real thing.
So it's much better than the aquarium.
The Macquarium.
Yeah, the Macquarium, right? So
yes.
And I still got an iMac G3 sitting there. I'm like, man, maybe I should just put some fish in it. Kind of situation. I love when Ponder loves when I go picture in picture because he points at me. So this is one of the reasons why I don't do this too often. So there's a lot of, oh man, maybe they'll show you on Patreon what's happening in the studio right now, because it's not recognizable right now. There's some stuff going on. There's some thinking of the studio. Let's put it this way, and we'll talk about it on Patreon a little bit here. Anyways, Ponder, you have the next one as well.
Yes, and this is something that's been added relatively recent in the last month or so to the Google app. Again, using the Google app, that you can basically turn it into a live thing. So you go down, you hit live, and unfortunately, it didn't pick up my question. So I just asked it, what is this figurine? And you can see it has a little thing on screen there. And then it'll give you an answer back verbally. So I don't know if you can hear the audio from that or not.
Oh, no, I just have you because I got the show going through. Well,
okay.
we can maybe
so basically, and it says, it looks like you have a figurine of Nyla Rose, an AEW wrestler, and it's got this figure. She's very popular. It has her in this pose. Do you want to know anything more about Nyla Rose?
Well, let's see.
The figurine.
Let's do a test then. Let's see if we can pull this over here to the Mac Mini. Or no, this is the MacBook that we got over here. All right, here we go. All right, now we got our little guy here. Is it? Am I in the right mode here? Okay, let me make sure the audio's coming through the right thing. Oh no, I'll never know. Now how do I talk to it?
Okay, actually,
nope, I just took a picture.
Oh, yeah, that's the picture. So if you click on, let me look here.
You want to go to AI mode?
Oh, you know what? No, I was incorrect. I'm sorry. Gemini. That's through Gemini.
I need to go to Gemini.
I don't know if you have Gemini open.
I have it on Gemini. Here. I just don't use it much, but I just figured eventually I will.
Okay, on the very bottom right where it has the little squiggly line, you click that first.
Squiggly line.
The audio thing next to the speaker, to the right of the speaker.
No, like this guy here?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's right.
Okay, so it should.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it gives you
I haven't used it much. Yeah. Okay. Nova. Whatever.
Okay,
And then I hit video.
Okay. And if you click on the video camera on the left button there.
I think it's been talking to me this whole time. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Hey, what is this guy?
Asking...
Show text. Show me text.
Yep.
That's Michelangelo. Yes, it is. Which Ninja Turtle is he? It says that's Michelangelo, the orange masked turtle. What did it say? Something in fun loving.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know which line of Ninja Turtle toys this is? Can't quite tell from here. Do you have any other angles? Yes. Let me give you his butt. Can you tell from his butt? I'm ready for a close up.
Oop, get in there.
There you go. Right into the shell. Can you tell? Can you tell now? Okay, I see the tag now. It looks like it's from Nickelodeon. Okay, there you go. Good enough. Yeah. I mean, it did discover that. So,
yeah.
You know.
And the fact it does go, it's very conversational. Mm-hmm. So it's very back and forth. It's not a matter of. It's literally like having an AI assistant. You say, "Hey, you see this in front of me? What is this?" Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Can you tell me more about this? What about this? How is this really? And it's literally talking to an AI assistant using your phone.
I like it, and that's where I think it's going to get important when it's more conversational like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, and that's what I've been really kind of using AI in a certain way for so long, and I get into these routines. I forget to look for the new stuff. Like today, I learned that I didn't know ChatGPT could send you notifications.
Oh,
did you know that?
I did not.
Did anybody else know that? So I went in. I was doing a couple of things. Again, this is that 6-hour car ride where I just had stuff in my head I had to get out. And let me see where I did this. I've had a reminder to like check in and kind of just look at stats and see if I can figure out what's working and not working. And I've kind of neglected it for a while. So for today, I grabbed whatever I could think of downloading. So I think I grabbed like maybe TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and the podcast, and downloaded all the CSVs of the stats and plugged them in and said, hey, all these documents are from Facebook. So at least it could categorize them. And then like I'm asking, okay, what is this? What's working? What should we be doing? And then it asked me, do you want me to remind you every week to send you an updated action plan based on these numbers? I'm like, I do actually. Yes. And then you click the button, and on the Mac it says, do you want to bring notifications from ChatGPT? And I'm like, I guess I do. So I didn't know you could set up these like dynamic reminders for something like that. There was another one that I did too, because I think I was trying to do it with Fishing Without Bait. So I have, maybe, can I just ask it what reminders I have?
That would make sense.
Probably.
But it's good because it takes the CSV too, and actually even gives you a bolded breakdown of like, hey, this looks like you're getting this. Like, again, it takes something that was already visualized on one side and then gives you a different version of it on the other side, which can be helpful too. So, and also I've noticed when I ask it something and it doesn't understand, it asks me a number of questions that I don't feel like it did before, right? It's becoming a little bit more dynamic with things. Obviously, I'm doing this for a little bit. I want to start asking it what it thinks of the content that I create and things like that. Like Katie, I think you were doing a version of this before when you asked it like what you did with stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
I like to also ask it to find patterns.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's where AI is really strong to find patterns, especially if you have a large amount of data you need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to say, okay, look at this, give me a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the strength is, definitely.
I think I've been using it too a little bit, just on the fly fact checking, which is probably a terrible thing when you say ChatGPT. But also when you ask it the fact check, ask it to like cite sources. You know what I mean?
Double check your sites, because I've heard of people saying, I asked it to cite sources.
Yes.
It gave me sources. The sources were made up.
No, because the sources should be linked through to websites.
Right. But unless you actually click on that, if you just say, oh, look, a source, it actually has made up fake websites and made it look like, and you click on it, you're like, this doesn't take me anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Like, well, I've been actually, this has been, because I don't know if you saw the experiment I put in the Slack where it's like, can we convert the podcast transcript into a newsletter kind of idea? And I gave it the document, so it should already have all the links, and in my mind, it should correspond those links to the story and be able to say. No, that's
different. Yeah, that's different because that's coming off a document.
Right. But it's not doing that. It's just generating a best guess link. Just like I have to watch when I do social media with it, because sometimes it'll generate a best guess. Oh, you're Wrestling Mayhem Show. You're obviously at Wrestling Mayhem Show on all these social medias, and it'll list them in the YouTube. And it's like, no, we're Mayhem Show on Twitter because there weren't enough characters, and things like that. It doesn't know that. But I'm sure, but also it remembers things. So if I say, hey, just a reminder, Twitter is at Mayhem Show instead of at Wrestling Mayhem Show, kind of thing, right? And actually, since I have folders where you can put roles, I could go and list all my social medias. When I ask it the references, I can say pull from this list. So like that's getting really interesting. Or if you're in Notebook LM. Actually, since we have Crappy here, this is a really good time to ask how is the AI stuff going on your side of things as a journalist? Because I know that's been a lot of a point of contention across the line.
I mean, obviously, they have a very healthy skepticism about it, but it's something that it is a tool that is not going to go away. Whether we're talking about journalism, talking about academia, the early examples of it being used in journalism were awful. Just the quality of the writing. My hometown newspaper, the Columbus Dispatch, got caught using AI to write like high school football summaries. A few years ago, and they were not good. They were mostly accurate, but it's just the writing is really flat, really gray. That's no longer the case. I know reading stuff that pertains to academia at this point, like if someone turns in a paper that has been generated by using an AI tool, the general consensus at this moment is it's like C writing, C+ writing. And you know, maybe for some people maybe that's good enough. Last week I was at a work conference for folks who are kind of newish to my profession, and there was one session that I really enjoyed about building your own custom GPT and how it can be used. And I'm like immediately, one of the use cases is like our faculty member mentioned to us is collecting you input recipes that you have made, and then you teach it to say, I have ingredients X, Y, and Z. What can I make? And it will spit something back out at you, so you kind of got a meal plan there. There are also applications that I think that will be helpful for my job. Example, teaching it to look for references to Carnegie Mellon alumni, and feed them to me in a daily or weekly or however I want to do this format. Something that would hopefully be a bit more accurate, a bit more selective than like the Google News searches that I have clogging up my inbox. That I have had for years.
It's kind of funny. I randomly wanted to put like Jamestown, PA, my hometown, in there, and now I get a bunch of news from Jamestown, New York. It's not parsing it right. So and you got to kind of like I mean, it's kind of like everything else. You got to kind of talk the language, you know.
It's one interesting point about this session that I went to. Our instructor was like, you can't tell it not to do something because it will still read what you don't want it to do, and occasionally it will go ahead and do that.
It's like it doesn't read the negative or something, yes, right? Exactly, like I've noticed that too. Yeah,
you have to kind of turn it around and give it a more positive instruction that will help it narrow down what it's supposed to be doing.
It's like teaching a real person. Like you can't just you need positive reinforcement for this thing.
So this is all stuff that is fresh in my brain from a week ago. So and I haven't had a chance to sit down and start working on it yet. But the recipe thing, I'm absolutely going to start there. And maybe it can feed me more cocktail recipes with strawberry and basil and stuff. That would be okay with me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But and if it has work applications, I am all for it.
Yeah, I think that
this is something I wanted to try with that with the Gemini Live feature, and our fridge isn't organized enough. But I just wanted to put it on, say, okay, see what I have here in the fridge, and let me know. Let me know what I can make.
So not even give me a list of what I have. It's like literally take a look at what I have. Here's my pantries. Here's my fridge. Tell me what I can make with what's in front of me right now.
Yeah. Yep. And give me the recipe and give me a list of anything I could be missing.
I think you can hold it up right now and say, Gemini, how how can I keep my cat off my desk during a podcast, for instance? And
so, not possible.
Gentlemen, I say, you're on your own.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
I can't. So it says I'm not a miracle worker. So, fantastic. Listen, I feel like we can go on forever, and you know what? I think we will on Patreon a little bit here. There's a lot of things to talk about, and just catching up with Crappy actually. So this has been so long. So
it's been a very long time.
So I'm glad we finally got you. We gotta get you in the rotation here for sure. So. Or whenever you got the itch to talk about something, you can hop right on. Okay. So awesome.
Okay.
Is there a social media, anything? Is the blog still going? You know,
I post on at unclecrappy.com about once a year, but it is still alive. The social media stuff. If you search Uncle Crappy, you will find me. Oh God, there it is. With the Graders
January
Cincinnati chili ice cream.
Yeah, that's not bad. You know,
no, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, I'm like I have a year-end wrap from 2023 is my last post.
Okay. At least I got something relatively recent. Social media stuff. If you come across someone named Uncle Crappy, that's probably me. No longer on the platform formerly known as Twitter, which I still lament the old days of the heyday of Pittsburgh Twitter, because it was a very, very special thing. But there are decent alternatives. So I'm happy to talk with anybody on any of those channels where I am. So
they're building, and I love this. It's actually hopefully because I just got another email today when I was checking my email from the weekend. Trip, and we may have another old friend coming on the show that I may also mention on Patreon that I just got a response from. So So awesome. Good to catch up with you. Stick around for Patreon a little bit here, please, for 10 or 20 minutes, maybe. You know, we'll see how this goes. Katie Dudas at katiedudas.com.
Nothing happening. I'm only just I ran out of strawberry basil. Water.
Send her more basil.
Ask Chatty to go to the grocery store and pick you up some more.
I did ask it what to use the simple strawberry basil simple syrup, what I could use with it, and it gave me some good options.
Okay.
Katie, you gave me a flashback. I almost had a in-person confrontation with a skunk the other night in the parking lot. Yeah, I was like, oh no, go away. No, go to the weeds.
Buddy.
Stop looking at me. Don't look at me. So, Dave Potter, iPhoneography podcast, and Cat.
Yeah. For the third different cat.
Yeah, they're all getting in on the action.
Everyone wants in. Everyone wants in. So, iPhoneography, Prof Pod on all the socials, except for, what's that called? TikTok, where I'm Prof Pod PGH.
The Tiki Talks, yes.
The Tiki Talks.
Fantastic. Yes. I'm at Sorgatron everywhere. Sorgatron.com if you see what my thoughts were at the end of 2023. All the Russian bots are gone. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I got hacked. I need to update that shit. But anyways, AwesomeCast.com. Thank you everybody supporting us on social media. If you like what you're seeing on social media, please share the show. Please rate the show. I don't know. We probably haven't had a rating on there for 10 years because I think people forget about it. It's just in the feed. It shows up, whatever. So thank you everybody. We'll see you guys next time. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.